Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Dragon, a game about a dragon. Of course I would play a game about a dragon. I mean, that's how my name starts with, Dragnix, Dragon. I mean, take a look. Before I begin this Let's Try, I want to make sure that you guys know that I got this key from the developer. I reached out. I mean, come on, it's a game about a dragon. Of course I'm going to reach out. And he gave me a key for some coverage, and, well, here it is. Now, here's the thing. It's $6 on their webpage. I don't know if there's going to be a discount on the Steam store when it comes out. This is a weird game for me. And a weird game in terms of I'm not sure what I entirely think about it at times. It's very bipolar in nature, and I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's got this weird mixture of good and bad elements, and I don't know what to think about it at times. Now, okay, so let's talk about this barrier zone here. So the idea of this story is that you have your girlfriend kidnapped. Your girlfriend's human, by the way. And you feel like, well, I could just sit down and, you know, watch some reality TV. Yes, that's part of the plot. But, you know, I probably should go save her at this point. So I'm trying to get through these barriers. I've gotten 2 of these crystals in order to unlock the barriers so that I can save my girlfriend. So I need to go and collect them at this point, which is an interesting, it's a plot that you've seen before, but the way that they go about it is very interesting. It's very much, here, let's play the story part of this to show you what I'm talking about. Thanks to the sheep holding up the dragon, the king's gotten pretty far ahead. In fact, he's almost back at the castle. The wizard put up a barrier around the castle. As long as this dragon doesn't have these, he won't be able to get in. Okay. You see it? If I took them in, the spell would stop working. That seems needlessly contrived. That's the rules of magic, brah, was his exact words. Well, yeah, he definitely said that. It has this comical sense to it that I do enjoy, which is sort of appealing on a weird, like, self-referential level. All right, so let's see if we can go to some of the portions there. So he's giving out the elements to all of his, you know, kingdom at this point. So he's giving one to a scholar. He's giving one to all these people here. And this is going to be a boss fight to show you some elements of the game. So this is a mummy here, and he's going to attack me at this point. This is one of the boss fights of the game. So the basic idea here is that he's invulnerable unless he's, like, tired. So, see, I can't hit him unless he's like, oh, dang it. You see that? He had this sword portion there. It gave me a chance to attack. So, I just gotta be able to dodge him at this point. Very similar to platformers and bosses of old. Oh, nope. There we go. Nope. You're not having any of that. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him. Nope. Boss patterns are not necessarily predictable, but they do have the animations in order to really sort of predict their patterns at least. So I beat this guy. He ends up teaching me my electric breath, or thunder breath per se. So you do have different types of attacks in this game, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in the next level. Let's play Toxic Territory. So, like I said, you have breath. So, for example, I have, okay, ow, fire breath. There is a fire meter there. Now, I do want to stop and take a look at the artwork, because I think the artwork is what is probably going to be the most appealing part of the game for people. It's probably what drew you in. It's got a crayon nature to it, but some of the screenshots didn't show off the animation, and the animation is actually pretty well done. With it all hand-drawn, like him walking here, feels very natural. When he's jumping around and flapping and then gets tired, it feels natural. It does a very good job in that sense. Now, on the flip side, there are some concerns I have. Somebody pointed this out to me when I showed them the screenshot, and I thanked them for that. The UI elements don't stand out. That is a little bit of a problem. You can see them, but in certain elements, it can be hard to see. Like, okay, wait, am I looking at the UI or not? I haven't had that many problems with it, but I see what people are talking about. It can blend in. Yep. Now, you saw that projectiles came off screen there. That is one of the problems I've seen with the game, is that certain sections can be rather difficult because you just get all these like projectiles coming out of nowhere. And while it's not overly difficult, it can be a little bit annoying more than anything else. Okay, nope. How about some lightning breath? You want some lightning breath? There we go. Now, certain enemies do have weaknesses to things. For example, that frost breath I have may be able to deal with enemies better than anything else. Or they may be able to stop an enemy and deal with them. All right, that's the end of the level, and I don't think there's anything hidden here, so I'm just going to end it. And he smokes his peace pipe. Simple enough. I feel like this is a game for kids in some senses. Now, there are some more difficult sections, or people who are wanting to capture that kid-like experience. This is more of a traditional platformer level where I'm just having to run from things. I'm going to change to my frost breath here because I'm going to need it. Because things like this... Oh. Yep, frost breath. Oh, flames are coming for me. I better run. Now, I don't know what some of the elements here are doing. Like, for example, there was absolutely no reason for me to go that way. I do feel like some of the level design is problematic. Like, I feel like the person hasn't had level design classes in terms of traditional ones, and it shows with some of the designs in terms of, like, projectiles flying from across screen and just typical things where you have paths that either lead to nowhere or don't do anything. I don't think I'm actually going to get by this. Yeah, I'm running out. I've ran out of breath. And I'm dead. It's surprisingly challenging at times. But on the flip side, it gives it a little bit more playability at that point, even beyond a simple cute-natured game. Now, I'm in a level here where there's more platforming sections, and hopefully, like there, you saw the projectiles that flew out from off screen. That can be a little bit problematic. One thing I will give the developer in terms of some criticism is there are learning mechanics that they don't give the player. Like, at times, you're like, what do you want me to do? Am I supposed to get a certain item, or are you supposed to use a certain thing? There aren't necessarily hints to help you out. And sometimes it can be very confusing on exactly what the game wants you to do in terms of, like, okay, something that's upcoming here, for example. Okay, up here we go. Up. Now, you can't attack in the air, which I find a little bit strange, but okay. You can only attack while you're on the ground, which is, again, for a dragon who's known for flying and everything like that, again, strange, but I guess I can allow it. All right, up we go, up we go, up we go. Here we go. This person's just standing here, can't really interact with them. It seems like that X there seemingly is like, well, you don't have what you need. You can collect items in the world, which, okay, that's great. Is there something I need to do? Or is there a specific item? Like, there are little things like that where it's just, like, very confusing. You can interact with the world, but at times the world doesn't want to interact with you, which is, again, very odd. Okay. There, you can see, like, there were, like, 4 or 5 projectiles that came out of nowhere. And you get these coins where I'm not exactly sure what purpose they're serving, actually. I think you can buy things later on. There is a system where you can up your attack and defense and everything like that, but I haven't really gotten to a point where I can use it. I've, like, picked up a leaf, for example, that seemingly had some properties to it, but what that meant? Alright. I'm gonna move down here. Hopefully not die of any... There we go. Nope, nope. Owie. Alright, simple enough. And we're done. It does give you reasons to explore with the collectibles and things like that, and honestly, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to like put together my final thoughts, because even going into this portion, I'm still having a little bit of trouble. The gameplay, what I've showed you, is very indicative of what kind of gameplay you're going to get. It's not overly difficult. It's not overly complex. There are some complex concepts in here, and it's interesting the way that they implemented them. Here's the thing where it comes down to. If you're looking for a laid-back experience, you're looking for an experience in which you're just there to enjoy the game and its artwork, I think this game will work for you. If you're looking for a complex platformer, this is probably not for you. If you're looking for something for the kids, you know, I could see this working. Even with some of its more difficult sections and things like that, I could see this being a game where you can like play with your kid, for example, just because of the cute nature of the game, and you not get bored. Again, it's got that art style. This is all done by one person. I will respect that, that's for sure. Other than that, it's just one of those games that has that unique, intangible quality to it. It's got a quality to it where even though the gameplay is not horribly complicated, even though the game doesn't have a unique draw in terms of the gameplay, it makes up for it in other ways, and it makes up for it with its art style and its unique presentation, and in particular the way that it presents it in terms of it just having that unique charm to it, like a, you know, the cute little girl that's always portrayed in movies, for example. Like, okay, you almost have to respect it for what it does and what it does well, even though again it's obvious that there are ways that it can improve in terms of level design. The combat's not overly complicated, the game is not overly complicated, it can be easy enough. It feels like a great first project for this developer, and I do enjoy the fact that it seemingly has a real message behind it too, in terms of just kindness and just plain fun, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Just the plain enjoying life. Alright, I know that this is not typical for me in terms of my opinions. Again, you do run into games in which it's not necessarily easy to show off everything in a way where it's just, you know, straightforward. Yeah, it's seemingly simple, but when you play a game like this, it's just that quality to it, which is just, it grabs you. And the problem with me saying I fully recommend the game is that, well, you know, that charm is going to be different for other people. It pulled me in. And if you saw the artwork and said, yeah, I love that artwork and that kind of style and that storytelling, that will pull you in too. Alright, this is Dragnix signing out. I know I'm rambling. I hope I see you guys later, and keep on gaming.